Hello, and welcome to the weekly look ahead for week 2 of Astronomy 030 at Solana College. Okay, so just a few things to pay attention to this week. All right, so first of all, I'm recording this on a Tuesday. I typically record it on a Monday, but there's been a lot of getting things started. Classes just started over at Los Medanos College. They start a week later than you all do. But everything's up and rolling, so we should be good. And we're also getting into some of the more significant content of the class. Now, to be fair, your book in particular, one of the reasons I chose it, is the first chapter actually does have some real content in it. It's not just fluff, so to speak. So that was nice. I think that was good to kind of get a feel for the class right away, and then I would expect. I had a little bit of math here, a little bit of quantitative thinking, a lot of just interesting facts, and just thinking about the big picture of astronomy. So that said, now we are doing a little chapter about the history of astronomy. This is a fun chapter for me to teach because I get to go through some of the big moments of how we got to our understanding of space today. So that's what the chapter is all about. I'll be recording a lecture video for that today. I want to get that up for you so you got lots of time to look at it. All right, and you can look at the slides already over here on the Canvas page. One of the first things I always put up is the slides, just because it's easy to go ahead and upload those. So you can take a look at those slides. You can see here we are, Astronomy Today, the Copernican Revolution. All right, and we got some key topics here, but of course I'll save most of this for the lecture itself. But it's awfully fun, and you can see the table of contents covers 2 pages because there's a bit going on here. The big strokes, the big picture, which I feel is worth repeating, is we do the Copernican revolution, okay? Then, which is how we understood that the Earth is not the center of the universe, all right? And the sun is the center of our solar system. Then we go into Kepler's laws, okay? And it's funny if you haven't heard of those, but there's 3 of them. And then we talk a little bit about Galileo and kind of all this stuff which is happening within, basically a 150-year period in Europe, okay? And then we go on to Newton, okay? So basically it's Copernicus, Kepler, Galileo, Newton. It's like this nice journey that we take through history in these key moments, okay? And I'll make sure to kind of mention the years a little bit so you get an idea of the centuries and some interesting way that works out because it's kind of like one generation at a time. Okay, so that's what to expect in terms of the content. There's some big ideas that are introduced besides just the history, just kind of thinking about modeling the solar system, talking about the laws themselves, the laws of physics that are relevant to astronomy at this level, at this class. So there's a little bit of that kind of crash course in physics. We do that a couple of times because we have to cover certain physics to understand things in astronomy. And I teach a lot of physics, so it's near and dear to me. And you'll see that in the homework. Those are going to be the trickier quantitative problems. I touch on that in some of the essay problems for this week. So your opportunity to get some participation points while also studying for the exam. You can take a look at the participation over here. I went ahead and added an extra essay question. Short essay, right? These you answer them with 4 sentences, and it doesn't have to be any particular format in terms of the leading idea. Just 4 coherent sentences at least, right? Sometimes it's more. But I have 4 every week. This week I couldn't resist. I put in the 5th one. Basically, it just means you have more options, more things to answer. It does mean that the pool for the exam is 1 question bigger, but it's not a big deal. All right. I guess the other things to pay attention to is you've got a reading quiz. Reading quizzes are always on Fridays, so go ahead and take a look out for that. I go ahead and leave it up for 3 days, so it's going to become available at 11:59 tonight, and they'll be available for a 72-hour period, concluding at 11:59 on Friday. All right. I guess the only other thing to mention is the homework. I hinted at it a couple times a moment ago where I said there's going to be some quantitative problems on Kepler's laws and Newton's laws. And there's basically 3 Newton's laws because there's 2 motion laws. Well, there's 4 laws. There's 4 laws for Newton because there's 3 laws of motion and then there's the law of universal gravitation. So how many total? You can keep track? 7. 3 of Kepler's and then 4 from Newton. All right, but those will show up as will some tutorials, just like with the first homework, and that's all available already, and it's just due by Sunday at midnight. So hopefully that looks good in terms of things to look out for. Again, the actual video lecture going over the slides will be posted today on Tuesday, January 26th. All right, have a great week. Talk to you all soon.